welcome to Churchland High School. Today, the state quarterfinal matchup between the Bruins of Bethel and the
Langley
Saxons from Langley up in northern Virginia. Interesting game right now that we're getting ready to broadcast. Both teams had successful events last week to reach this particular game. First round of the state championship quarterfinal match. The winner of this one will play, I believe, Tuesday in Richmond in the first semifinal contest.
Well, this team Langley, let's talk about them a little bit. They've had a very interesting season, and they were finally able to make it out of the regionals by beating, I believe it was Woodson. And, of course, they had some injuries, too. But Langley is a balanced team. They're 6'2" to 6'5" across their starting five. Supposedly have some real good scores. Coach has said that this team plays mainly man-to-man from the gun to stop. But after he saw the Bethel tapes, he told me, he said he might have to review that. So I don't know if we're going to see any zone from them, because Kings Fork last week tried to come out in the zone, and
last
Bethel
week
busted that wide open.
Those who did not happen to see that game here, this place was absolutely wall-to-wall with folks. It was a sellout.
What a game.
They were turning people away halfway through the girls' game. I mean, the girls' game between Heritage and Princess Anne was a dilly of its own. And last week, the Bruins beat Kings Fork in a game that was really a contest that went back and forth all the way until maybe the last 5 minutes of the game.
About 2.5 minutes gone in the fourth quarter, and a series of plays took place. It was down to like 3 or 4 points, and boy, if we had it on film, we could sell it on national TV.
I tell you what, you talk about a classic tomahawk dunk by Olivier, and then turn right around and come back down the court on the defense and use both hands to block a ball straight down into the opponent's, literally right straight into his head.
Took it down away from him.
Took it away from him and went down on the floor and had enough insight, that's right, to actually call timeout and keep possession of the ball. And that was the turnaround
that 12
series.
Seconds, that 12 seconds at max, it may have been less than that. Series, just like you said, Mike, that just completely took the complexion of that game away from where it looked like Langley might be closing in, and Bethel just went away from him about 10, 12 points, 14 points or something like that before the game was over.
Final score of the game last week was 54-41, and the Bethel Bruins late in the fourth quarter were able to pull away for the relatively comfortable win to advance to the state quarterfinal here at Churchland High School. Winner will advance to the Final Four in Richmond next week. Mike Hauser along with Brent Musgrove here at Churchland, and welcome. Looks like we're going to have another dilly as the
March the 8th.
Saxons come in 24-5 on the season. And what we'll do now is head on over to Bill Nettles, the public address announcer, as he will announce the starting lineups for both teams.
It's going to be the 28-1 Bethel Bruins, and they will be playing host to the 21-5 Saxons of Langley High School. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineups, and we will begin with the visiting Langley Saxons. At center, a 6'6" senior for the Saxons, number 33, Ahmed Malik. At guard, a 6'1" junior for the Saxons, number 12, Barrett Hunter. At guard, a 6'3" senior for the Saxons, number 30, Ryan Davenport. At guard, a 6'2" junior for the Saxons, number 34, Thomas Cody. And at guard, a 6'4" junior for the Langley Saxons, number 20, Derek Baker. Head coach for the Saxons in his third season is Travis Hess. He is assisted by David Brooks and Brian Nelson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for the Bethel Bruins. At guard, a 6'4" senior for the Bruins, number 34, Bill Weaver. At guard, a 6'4" junior for the Bruins, number 24, Trey Lee. At guard, a 5'10" junior for the Bruins, number 23, Jontel Evans. At guard, a 5'10" senior for the Bruins, number 20, Paul Meredith. And at guard, a 6'7" senior for the Bethel Bruins, number 25, Mobai Olivier. Head coach for the Bruins in his 13th season is Craig Briand. He is assisted by Ed Huckabee, Wayne Jones, Ernest Marshall, Larry Ayers, Pete Bako, Chris Jenkins, and Leon Judge. Ladies and gentlemen, our officials this afternoon from the Central Virginia Basketball Officials Association. The referee, Matt Bruce, the umpires, Mr. Mike Cooper, and Mr. McQuell Green.
All right, and that has it there as the starting lineups for both teams now, as both teams are coming on the court, and we will be underway here shortly as Brent works his way back over after running over to pick up the microphone from the announcer. And most people probably realize that all of the players, as they were announced, I believe, were announced as guards. There again are your officials. And they are from the Central Region Officials Association. That is the Richmond area. So we get started here with Olivier for the Bruins, jumping center against the Saxons. Malik.
Well, let's see how much they...
This is Hunter for the Saxons. Over to number 30, Davenport. They are the true guards as they play look like they kind of swing around a little bit. It looks like the Bruins are starting off in a man-to-man.
Nice little shot by number 20. That's little Baker. Derek Baker, a little quick pass inside. Looks like they were able to beat that man. Well, they're playing a zone, and that's what the coach said they hadn't played all year, so they look like they're in a 2-3.
Paul Meredith over to Jontel Evans. Evans drives over to Meredith. As Evans swings inside and is off the back of the rim. 2-0 Hurley here. It's Saxons out in front.
Looks like Bethel's picking up at half court, but they are playing a man.
Headed into the game, one basket so far for the Saxons, 2-0.
They're setting a high screen every time. They're rolling a man into the top, up around the foul line to set a screen. Try to control this game. And that's exactly what they need to do. They can't let it get ahead of them. See him setting that high pick right there every time. Man goes in the lane, there's another pick.
A nice block underneath of there by
Weaver.
He stuffed that one right there and out of bounds, it looks like, on the Saxons.
Put it right back in his hands. Good call. Great series right there. And there they are. I guess I'm calling it a 2-1-2. Now it's back in a 2-3 defense for Langley.
What a play. Unreal. What a setup play there by Meredith all the way into Weaver on an alley-oop. That ties it up and it wakes the crowd up too.
Yep. Hello, we're here.
5:50 to go. We're a little over 2 minutes into the game.
I think quickness is going to be... Oh, it's a carry right there. Number 30, Davenport, that's the man right there with the ball. He's their leading scorer at Langley. He scored over 1,300 points in his career. He's a senior this year, and he's the school's leading scorer. It's got to be
There's a 5-second call that didn't get called. Another block by Weaver. That's 2 on for Weaver already early in this game. 3-point shot out, in and out.
Got to give Langley credit. They're definitely blocking out well under the boards. They know how to play position, and they get a body on the man and back him out.
That 3
Nice
would have brought the house down if they had gone in. Olivier getting his hands on the ball again. Got a double team perfectly under there.
They'll double that ball in the corner, I can tell you that right now.
There's a turnover again on Langley. Oh, and he was hammered underneath.
Yes, he was. Good foul. Don't let him have them all. But the coaches teach you when you're taking it to the board, if you're going to foul him, don't let him have the 2 points. Make him get him from the line. So this is going to put John Tell Evans. Let me just talk about John Tell. This is young. Here's a replay.
If we can see who the foul was on. It's either 12 or 20. Oh, it's definitely going to be on 20.
Yeah, 20 did everything but get his wallet out of the back pocket. You're not going to hurt John Tell Evans. This is a man who ran for 1,600 yards against Hampton and Phoebus and teams like that last year.
He's still coming back next year. He's
That's
just
right.
a junior.
If you think you're going to rough him up, it ain't going to happen.
Bethel's first lead of the game. That was a little bit short. 3-2, the Bruins out in front with 4:30.
Off to a slow start here. Langley's playing a real deliberate game, and that's what they need to do. Here comes Bethel out into a press. Call a timeout. Nobody came out to help him.
So Langley calls a timeout as they were about ready to get a 10-second call. Good call by the coach there.
Good coach by Coach Hess. Call by Coach Hess, because nobody came back to help him. They just assumed he was going to get that ball down.
It was kind of deliberate, too, how the Bruins went into that double team.
Yep. Kind of went back and gave an easy look and then just jumped him. Meredith came up first and just jumped him. Nobody was.
That was a quick 30-second timeout, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe just to save 15 seconds for later. I don't know. Here's the jam right here. Watch this. Alley-oop. Yes, sir. That's.
Bill Weaver has been in a pretty large part of this first quarter already. A couple of blocks and stuff.
I'll tell you what, Bethel is getting a hand on the passes.
Trey Lee knocking the ball out of bounds over there. Good job.
Playing the passing lanes, and if they can keep this intensity up and the officials let them play, this is going to be a great game.
Almost another turnover. Good defense. Oh, they did give a turnover.
One off his knee, it looked like. It looked like he knocked it right down off his knee. Can't be lazy with this Bethel team. They're too quick.
That's 3 turnovers now for the Saxons. Bruins have no turnovers. Here we are with 4 minutes to go. 3-2 Bethel. Sounds like a baseball score here.
Not the game we saw last week, is it?
Well, they're both being very deliberate, and they're checking each other out. And there's a foul, and he got the call and the basket. Again, Bill Weaver is going to get a 3-point basket and the foul.
Foul on number 20. That's Baker again. He's the one who hit their first shot, their only shot.
Also got 2 fouls.
That was big right there, folks. Of course, Weaver had a heck of a night last week, and you had him for more points than they had him for on the official scoreboard.
I had him for 21. They only gave him 18. And all my point totals came out right, so I'm not sure where that came from. And again, there's ever-present Trey Lee again.
Can't lob that ball over the top, I'm going to tell you that right now. Too quick. They're too quick.
Got a problem at the table. We're going to have to talk with the official scorekeeper here. We'll get whatever that is straightened out, and we'll carry on. 7-2, the Bruins out in front now after trailing 2-0, are on a 7-0 run right now.
They can cover up.
And when's the 5-second call going to happen? Oh, that's unreal. My goodness gracious. Bill Weaver is on fire, folks. He has 8 of the 9 points that the Bruins have right now.
What a nice outlet. You're not going to stop him, folks.
Get the ball in the hole. It didn't go.
Got fouled by number 20. I think it's his 3rd.
If that's 20, that's 3 on him real fast.
Oh, no. Calling 30. Calling it on Davenport.
On Davenport.
Yep, that's a good call. Good call, Blue. What I talked about. Speed's going to make a difference. They're throwing. What a great release by Weaver on that rebound.
Well, they're not going to call it a shooting foul.
Got him on the floor before the shot, I guess. John Tell, 2.
So that's Evans' first basket. He has 3. The lead now is 9. It's 11-2. Bruins out in front. They are on a 11-0 run right now. Had a three-point shot that he let go.
Right now, Langley's struggling just to get in position for a shot. As soon as they get the ball, they can't get turned to.
Bethel's aggressive defense is stopping them. Look at that.
Nice scoop.
Nice
33.
move.
Last ball, Malik.
That's Malik, his first basket. Ahmad Malik. It's 11-4 now. Evans down into the corner to Olivier. Back to Evans. Underneath to Weaver. Weaver's left open at the foul line. Drives into the hole. Oh!
Olivier with a rebound.
And he puts it in. That's Olivier's first basket of the game. Now 13-4. Bruins out in front. Down to 2:08 to go here in the first quarter.
Appears that Bethel's kind of having their way on the boards. I mean, they're playing the passing lanes absolutely beautiful.
Blocked by Olivier. That one should be Bethel ball. I thought the Langley player knocked it out. And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Well, that was a nice little series of blocks you just saw there.
Right now, Olivier and Weaver are really showing their athleticism here in this game. What happened here?
Oh, if it's a technical or what?
Technical against the bench? It is. It's technical against the coach.
Well, he's trying to do something to get his team fired up. That's what he's trying to do. The team just seems to be a little bit dazed right now. Bethel is just running by them, running through them, and stopping everything over the top. What, they got about 3 blocks so far?
Weaver's got 2. Olivier's got 1 that brought the house down. Weaver on an outstanding start on the game. 8 points out of the 13.
Oh, Meredith missed the first of a technical.
Get the ball back too, by the way.
There he hits the second one. All right, Bethel's ball inbound.
10-point lead now by the Bruins, and they have the ball. Coach Hess over there is still talking to the referees. And that's the referee, too, by the way, that called a technical.
Evidently, that was part of the conversation he didn't like to hear.
Here goes Olivier. Oh, nice feed.
Oh, and he missed it. Olivier with a rebound.
And the basket.
He is capable of dominating on rebounds. He's so quick off the floor. I mean, just doesn't get up high. He gets up quick. Watch this.
That was against Malik. That's his first.
All goes up. He just goes up so quick.
Got him on top of the head twice.
Just a little hello.
Get a walk on the game. That's Bethel's first turnover of the game. Minute 24. Minute 24 to go. 16-4, as you see on our graphics there. Andy Foley doing a good job again tonight. Even showing you how much time's left.
I don't want to jinx this, but if you remember last week, what was the score at the end of the first quarter? How many teams had points at Kings Fork had? 4. So with 1:18 to go, let's see if they're going to break Kings Fork's first quarter scoring average. Got him tied up right there in the corner.
Oh, he threw his elbow out.
Did that.
And he did it again. And
he's called.
This time the call's going to go against Teddy Bako.
One, he just jumped right into his chest. I mean, first he hit him with a forearm and then just jumped right into his chest.
I can't believe he didn't get called for an offensive foul on that particular play right there in the corner. I mean, he literally stuck his elbow out and put it. That's not a call in Northern Virginia. That's probably true, Scotty. There's push another off. Elbow push off. Meredith on the rebound for the Bruins. Here we go with a fast break. There's Weaver into the hole, and it's in and good. My goodness.
Yes, sir. A hot point is running this range tonight, folks. 18-4. You just got to see. Watch this replay. Look at the quickness. It just changes direction.
That one is against Derek Baker, number 20. That is his third. He goes out of the game.
Steve Fry, you're doing a great job with that camera there, and thanks to the slow-mo man up there, Mike Nowinski. Looks good, guys.
Weaver hits the basket.
Great job. Love that slow motion, especially from down that low. You just get to see how everything takes place. 19-4 with 47 seconds to go. Let's see if they hold for the last shot. It looks like Bethel's kind of dropping back into a half-court press.
Beaver now has 11 on the game so far.
Almost a matchup. Almost a matchup. Yeah, now they're back in the man. A late starting that count. But
I'll say. Oh, almost had that one. Yeah, woo! I think the crowd thought that was also a walk. That was like an air ball shot that time. There's Baycoat going in. He's forced out of bounds.
He
says he went out of bounds.
He says went out of bounds. I thought you had to come down, but that's okay. 19
Must have stood on the line.
14, 12 seconds to go, and he's walking it up. Jump him right now, fellas, just so they didn't get off the shot. Force him to the side. There you go. Got it off.
Nice basket, nice play right there by number 30 Davenport as he gets his first basket of the game.
Well, they broke the Kings Sports record. They got 6 points in the first quarter.
So we're at the end of the first quarter of play. The Bethel Bruins lead the Saxons by a score of 19-6. And look at that, the referee, Saxons is all the way out on the court.
Coach Travis Hess out there. I guess he wants to get something straightened out. Had a good conversation with the officials.
He's already been thrown with one technical, one more, and he's gone.
You just can't. He's getting hammered with speed. That's what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Speed and quickness is what's making a difference here. And, you can't say this team wants it more, but they're sure playing harder. Bobby got the chance here. I'll talk about the production crew a little bit. On camera, we got Nate Braxton, Susan Bowers on the floor. Here's a replay, everybody. We're looking at this. Watch this push. Here comes the block.
Look at Olivia go across in the middle of the lane.
But I'll take that.
You're not going to get the ball past me.
Not there today. Well, anyway, we got Steve Fryer on the floor with the camera. And graphics and animation, Andy Foley. Slow motion, Mike Nowinski. Camera control operator, Sarah Myers. Production audio assistants, Renee Camden. Audio and chief engineer, Don Sherrouse. Director and producer, of course, Scotty Bowers. And I'm Brent Musgrove here with Mike Hauser. Having a real privilege here at Churchland High School to get to show you this game. Thanks Channel 46 and the School Board City of Hampton for making this possible. And we'd love to get to see a Peninsula District team go this far.
Winner of this one will advance to Richmond and play Tuesday. Beaver. Out to Meredith.
Back over
Trey Lee, and he gets called for
I didn't see that.
I'm not sure where that one came from. Either way, it's a turnover. That's the Bruins' third of the first half. Each team with 3 turnovers now.
Hey, let's see how this works out. Davenport, the #1 scorer, as I said before, with the ball.
2 points in the game so far.
Wants to run a weave. That's what the coach is calling for. Crossing the top and the back. See the players moving. #1 scorer, Davenport with the ball. Olivier coming out on top of him.
Oh, nice move.
All on 34, I think.
That's Malik gets the basket.
Nice little move.
He'll go to the line to shoot one, and I'm not sure who the foul's called against. See how high Olivier got up on that one?
He took it even with the rim, easily.
Bruins have 2 team fouls. Langley has 16 fouls in the game so far. Olivier.
Oh, I thought he was setting the screen for him to take that shot.
Meredith out to Olivier.
There's
another one.
And he did.
Evans.
He did that. He walked on that one, folks.
They're moving the ball around too much at one point there because they had players that were actually open for the shot. Maybe they were just trying to work the ball a little closer inside.
Well, they want to work it to a particular player, evidently. I don't know. Does Langley have anybody in foul trouble? Number 20 had a couple at one time.
Yeah, number 20's got 3. He's out of the game. He picked up his third with about a minute to go in the quarter.
But all they're doing is working one man down low. That's 33. That's a walk right there.
He's a big kid. There's Davenport. His shot was a bit short. Meredith gets the rebound right under the basket.
Heads up. There he is again.
Oh, nice play by number 24, Trey Lee. Nice give and go there. Passed by Jontel Evans over there.
34, wasn't it?
Trey Lee, 24, I thought took a shot.
Got the big man sitting up there trying to spin.
Bad pass, and here comes Meredith on a breakaway. Right in and the basket. That's Meredith's first basket. He has 3 points.
You see that going down court? I mean, they just looked tired trying to even catch him. He was gone and nothing they could do about it.
Funny, everybody over in the sides, over at the scorer's table, were talking about they thought this was going to be another blowout, just like the last game was that we had here. And right now, it's kind of showing that. Bruins out in front 24-8. Right now, the Saxons are having a hard time matching up with them.
Yeah, speed's just, that man-to-man, they're just having a hard time with it. They
you said Coach Hess had talked about the fact that they pretty much played man-to-man all year.
Had not played a zone, according to him, all year. And, of course, that's what they did. They put a 2-3 start of the season.
They're going to play a man-to-man against this team. They might as well forget it.
Meredith got his 4th rebound right there.
Because Bethel is just too fast for him. Threw the ball around quite well. Weaver underneath there. Back to Evans, back to Meredith.
They're just working that zone. It's 2-3, and they're just able to work.
Nice pass underneath to Weaver and lay-in. I'm sorry, that wasn't Weaver.
34.
Yeah, it was Weaver.
Yes, it was. But they're picking that zone apart. They're picking it apart.
That's 13 points already in the first half of Bill Weaver, and obviously he leads everybody in scoring.
About half of Bethel's points.
Not only half of Bethel's points, but he's got more points than Langley has on the board, period. 4:40 to go here in the first half, second quarter, 26-8, as you can see there on the screen.
You got to ask yourself what Coach Hess has got to do now. And he's got to control the ball and try to take more time. But Bethel is just putting pressure on the ball everywhere it goes. They don't have a man that's able to get an open shot hardly at all unless he's throwing it up quick. So I don't see his way out of the dilemma offensively because the fouls aren't slowing Bethel down. Nobody's in any foul trouble.
And the leading scorer for Langley hasn't really done anything. I think he's only taken, 2 shots, and he hit one of those.
You can bet that Coach Breon was aware of who the number 1 scorer was. Got John Tell on him right now. It's just quickness. And if you watch, I kicked it out of bounds.
Keeps the ball from getting underneath.
What I'm watching is Olivier is still playing the paint. He's not matching up until the ball gets close. He's able to just rotate in the paint from the side where the ball is. This man's taking himself in a position. Look at that. He just threw that up.
Threw that one up. Olivier on the rebound.
Just flat took it out of between 2 defenders. He just took it one above everybody. Just took it away from him.
Meredith over to Jontel Evans, back to Meredith, back to Evans again. Evans is going to take a shot. He's undercut. And did you see the rebound by Olivier? And there was no foul there?
I don't know what I guess the phrase "let him play" has gotten a little further along than we thought.
First of all, I thought Meredith was undercut on the shot.
And went right underneath of him on the release. And look at 20 pushing off. Now he's got 3 fouls and he's continuing to push off. 3:37 to go, still 26-8 in the second quarter. Here's the number 1 scorer again. Let's see if we can try to set a pick for him.
Even their picks are not working so far.
It's just too quick. They're fighting through the screens.
There's Meredith almost getting another one.
He got a part of that.
Yeah, he did. Nice basket by Davenport.
Yeah. Number 1 scorer. Nice shot.
26-10 now is the score. Meredith. Side to Weaver. Upper's a bit short.
Yep, Jontel. A little bit short on the shot. But they're getting that shot right at each corner of the foul line. That's where they're getting that shot.
If you watch Bethel, he threw that ball right into Olivier's hands. He'll have to hold up on it. A 1-on-4 break is not going to hurt. I mean, nothing's going to happen there.
No, but I mean, the big man brings it down court, smart enough to get it over his head and get it back to the playmaker. Meredith now. John Tell rotates up to the top. Olivier just takes it away. And that's not a foul. That's not a foul. Where's the whistle? You got to be kidding me.
2 players on the floor. They're banging into each other. The referee was standing right there looking at it. I guess they've decided to let them play after being kind of tight early in the game.
That's Davenport, #1 shooter, off left. And there's Jontel Evans taking the rebound away. Quickness coming. Sets it right up in the corner for Meredith. And there's Weaver with the rebound and takes it to the hole.
My goodness. Again, Weaver. And he's going to get the foul and see who they call it on. 20.
Timeout coming Bethel, I think. Here's a replay on this series, if we can see. It's Meredith from the corner. Comes out. There's a Weaver with the ball.
Foul's going to be on 32. Bethel calls timeout with 1:40 to go here in the second quarter as the Bruins out in front by 18, 28-10.
There's some fans over there in the stands that don't look too happy right now. It's a replay on that last. We'll watch this exchange here on this series right here. To the corner, drives toward the lane, takes the shot. Olivier takes it and goes right back up. No dribble, no nothing. Get hits by everybody but the people in the bleachers and no foul.
Believe it or not, the only foul that I saw could have actually gone against Olivier right there as he went into the defensive man that was standing there. But nothing was called. No foul, no harm, I guess.
Yeah, there's the lady who runs this whole show, Miss Cherry. Keeping this thing together. And there's her husband, Alonzo. I'm sure they're enjoying this a little bit more than a tight game. It's a little bit easier to sit in one of these games when your team's up by 18. Not quite as much pressure. And, of course, Bethel's going to the line, too. So
Beaver will go to the line for the three-point play, the old-fashioned way, so to speak. Don't see a lot of those anymore. Most three-point plays are from the outside shooting, right?
Yep. Well, now you hear them when they hit a three-pointer out there. They call it, and it's just confusing when you hear the different terms used now in a three-point
14 points
situation.
so far here in the first half for Weaver.
I think he decided to come play today. That's 15. Of course, I think he was 6 or 8 from the line or last week. I don't think he missed many. All-around player.
So that's see now you're
Davenport passes the ball.
Oh, did you see that? Come on, is anybody paying any attention?
Now, this is the young man, number 20,
Got 3
Baker,
fouls.
who already has 3 fouls. He's an aggressive young man.
Nobody's counting. He hadn't been counting for the last 5 minutes.
Turnover. Nice pass by Olivier underneath. Oh, that's got to be intentional.
Got to be intentional.
He reached in there and grabbed him around the waist.
Got to be intentional.
Oh, my goodness. 34. That's Thomas Cody on a foul.
Watch right
him reach
here.
around and grab him.
I guess he can interpret that as going for the ball, but I mean, got him with the other hand, too.
Weaver has hit 4 straight now at the basket. At the free throw line. Coming in the
Here
game
he
for the
comes,
Bruins is
yeah.
David Barham.
6'9".
first time.
Transfer in from Chad.
Roll
Gets
on
a run.
that one.
31-10. 59 seconds left to
Gives
go.
him 18 points on the game.
That's what they had him listed last week.
Yeah, for the whole game.
Yeah. I don't know. I had told
There's a hold underneath, and that's going against the Bruins. Maybe against
24, 25, I think. Can't tell. We can't see him when he's calling the number.
listen.
14, okay. Three-pointer by 20.
Baker hits a three. That foul was on number who?
14 is what he said. I don't see a 14.
We don't have it. Well, there he is right there. I mean, we got a 14 on the floor, folks, and I do not have a 14 on the roster.
Oh. Just going to the beat of a different drum.
Yep. 22. I mean, this is the same roster we had last week, so maybe he's wearing a different jersey. I don't know.
Holding for the last shot with a 31-13 count here in the second quarter.
Here we go, as we're down to about 6 seconds to go.
Dontel with the ball.
Went with it right there, and he almost threw it away. He did. The Bruins end up with a turnover on the play.
You know, I've watched him try to do that the last second play 2 or 3 times, and just doesn't seem to go off smooth.
Wait a little bit too long before they get going. It'll count if it goes, and it goes off the top of the basket.
Halftime.
So we're at the half here at Churchill, the state quarterfinal matchup. The Bethel Bruins out in front of the Langley Saxons by a score of 31-13.
Not what we expected.
Nope. Stay tuned for second half action, folks. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. Second half action here at Kirtland High School. Man, I tell you what, 31-13. Bruins out in front at the half. Getting ready to start going in the third quarter here shortly.
I anticipated speed, Mike, but Bethel's just overwhelmed this Langley team with quickness and speed.
Leading scorer in the game so far for Bethel with 18 points is Bill Weaver, and he's actually outscored the entire Langley team in the first half.
Held to 13 points in the first half, this Langley team.
Oliver had 4 points in the first half and 8 rebounds to lead all rebounding in the first half, followed by 3 points for Trey Lee, Jontel Evans with 2, and 3 points for Paul Meredith.
Before this game gets started here real quick, we got a minute to go. Let me tell them when it's going to be played. Is that all right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you can see this game begin on Sunday, March 9th at 7 o'clock, Monday, March 10th at 7 o'clock, Wednesday, March 12th at 7:30, Friday, March 14th at 7:30, and Saturday, March 15th at 7:30. So I know you're not here watching this one live, but when you pick it up on your schedule, watch your newspaper and the TV, and that's when we're going to be playing this thing. Coming back at you, brother.
I tell you what, it's a little bit different than I expected. I expected it to be a closer game than this one, but not that far apart.
I don't know if anything dramatic can change in this second half if Bethel just keeps that pressure up. And I think Langley knows it. They're just seeing, and I keep saying it, they're just seeing so much quickness that it's hard for them to beat anything with the pass. And they're sure not beating anybody off the dribble.
Langley came out on the floor here to do their warm-ups here in the second half. Coach Hess was actually out on the court trying to coach them how to play defense out there.
He was working on the top half of their zone. He was telling them how they needed to rotate across that top half of the zone.
So Langley, that's right. So Langley starts off here in the second half with the ball in the third quarter. That's a nice feed underneath and almost a block, and then the foul is going to be called against Olivier.
Well, you can see what they're trying to do. They come right out of the shoot. They're trying to take it right to the corner and get it inside to their big man. 33.
Malik will pick up a basket. 0 for 1 so far in the game at the line.
And he hits it. First 3 points of the second half go to Langley. And they cut it in half. It's 31-16. Not moving it quite as fast as they were. Areas in the corner.
Oh, in and out.
Yep. That was 24 to take.
Ray Lee taking a 3 on that one.
That's their number 1 player right there.
Again, Olivier with his 9th rebound in the game.
Like the way Meredith handles the ball. He's always got his head up on the court. Took it to the hole that time. Wasn't able to make it go down, but that's applying the pressure by a point guard. You got to keep them honest. They just can't play off of it. Brought the big man up top this time. Now he's rolling him across the base.
Davenport again. Had 5 points in the first half. There's a Pass out into the wing for a three-pointer by number 20, Derek Baker. And guess what, folks? It's now down to a 12-point lead, 31-19. So far, the Bruins have not scored here in the third quarter, and Langley has scored, what, 5?
6 points. Yeah.
Yep, 6.
6 points here in the first minute, 30 seconds.
Evans on the drive. Inside to Olivier. He gets the shot, the basket, and the foul on Malik. That'll be his second.
Olivier to the line. He's just watch how quick he is off the floor. Nice pass. Just boom. Just
Olivier's first attempt at the free throw line. Point number 7 right now. Just a bit hard. Nice job batting that ball all the way back out by Trey Lee, but unfortunately,
wrong man was there.
Yep.
Trying to run their setup and they're getting the court a lot more open. See that?
Nice
getting the
pass.
court a lot more open.
Pass by Cody underneath to Baker for a basket. That gives him.
Running that high pick and roll, and the man was wide open.
Baker now has 10 as he's in double figures for Langley. 33-21.
He's missed Olivier. Bethel just
three baskets underneath the board there and couldn't get any of them in. Oh, nice block by Olivier.
Pin that ball on the board. Kick.
Olivier from on top of the key. Misses. Right now the Bruins are a little bit cold. One basket.
Yep, still a 12-point game. Haven't made their run yet. Now I have to say I'm impressed with Langley, the way they're running their sets. He's wide open again. Just put his hip right on the...
Again, not Hunter, but Baker cutting to the basket.
He beat Weaver on that play.
That's 7 points in a row now for Baker here in the third quarter.
They're running that high pick, and I'm telling you what, he's beating his man.
That 12-point lead is that big lead that the Bruins had at the half is now down to 10.
They're trying to keep the ball out of Meredith's hands, it looked like a little bit. I don't know. It happens.
Del Evans over there. Olivier in the corner, and there's Meredith.
Yep.
There's Olivier with an outside shot.
That's 2 in a row, and I don't understand why they got a 6'7" man in the corner taking jumpers. He was dominating the boards in the first half, and all of a sudden he's playing to their strength.
So Langley comes down the court with the opportunity to cut it inside of double figures here.
Bethel hadn't come out and pressed anybody yet. Let's see what happens.
Bruins have only made 1 basket here in the second half.
And a free throw. I think they had a 3-point play by Weaver, I think.
Oh, he missed Olivier missed the free throw.
That's not 5 seconds, I guess.
Davenport drives, gets the ball inside to the big man, number 33, and there's Olivier swatting it away.
You can't put that stuff up in his face like that. And I have to say, the officials are letting them play. Took it right away from him.
Jontel Evans drives all the way to the hole. He's fouled and does not get the basket.
Has not been able to finish tonight.
If that's on Baker, that's going to be number 4.
They got him for 3.
They only have him for 3. So we'll make it 3.
Not a lot of ball, but he did it go across his shoulder.
Jontel Evans will go to the line to shoot 2.
10-point game. Still a 10-point.
Like somebody's put a cover over the basket at that end of the court.
And they got saran wrap on the top. It'll be taken off in just a second here.
Like the Bruins are going to call a timeout if this one goes in, and he doesn't. Oh, nice rebound there.
I mean, he just went right in the lane above everybody and took it. Yeah, Breon's calling a timeout. Now he's going to have a little discussion here about they appear to be playing back on the heels a little bit. And I think we're going to fire him up.
30-second timeout called by the Bruins. 33-23 with 3 minutes and 31 seconds. A lot of threes there. Look at that. Third quarter, 30-31, 33, 23. With 3 on the board today.
Anybody going to the 7-Eleven today? Yeah.
Lots of threes in the numbers today.
They've come out and scored 10, and Bethel has scored, what, 2?
Yep.
So this looks like the reverse of the first quarter.
Let's go, Langley!
They're getting their shots, and Coach Breon's not happy about it.
Bethel will maintain possession under their own basket as Meredith will inbound the ball.
Bethel's looking for that one big play that's going to break this thing open. They're going out of the corner now. They're leaving him alone. Pretty much they're backing off of him. They got that zone way back up and picks up the ball. That was a bad pass.
That was.
Bad
Baker
pass
on
by
the steal.
Trey Lee. Bad pass. He's pushing off with that arm. Thank you. He's going to call him for offense. No, he's going to call a defender.
Well, that goes against Trey Lee. His first team foul. Second team foul for the Bruins here in the third quarter. 2 team fouls for each team now here in the second half. Still a 10-point lead by the Bruins. Trying to cut that down there. So that's an NBA three-pointer there. And if you see Olivier go up, he nailed number 33, Malik, in the jaw. Meredith tries to drive, and he is fouled.
That was a terrible call. That was a terrible call.
Well, Meredith gets hammered with a offensive foul going under the basket.
Official had to be out of position. That's the only thing I can figure from what we can see.
Official that was underneath the basket that called it. They're moving over in the position.
He steps around him.
He's still moving. That's not a charge. The guy moved into Meredith. Meredith goes out. Eddie Baycoat into the game for the Bruins here in the second half.
10-point game.
We've been stuck on 10 points now for, what, about 2 minutes?
Yep.
Davenport again for the Saxons. Out to Baker, who is leading the Saxons in scoring here.
That's a walk.
He kind of just threw that one up, and then the Bruins battled each other, and the ball goes out of bounds.
One thing we didn't have there was music. This could have been an Arthur Murray dance step right there. Watch this. Picks it up.
There's his last one. 1, 2, 3.
Times you get to leave the floor. Yeah, I tell you what, they need to file a flight plan for that move. Oh, that was an anticipation call.
That's going against
Olivier threw his hand down. He should have just put his hand straight up. He needed his hand straight up to get that because the man didn't think he could beat him, and he just threw the ball in the air.
Is that Barham 55 in now for Olivier? I can't tell.
Yes, that's Barham.
Okay, that's who the foul's on.
No, that's Olivier.
Is it Olivier?
It's Olivier, yeah.
Free throw again by George Pops is no good.
That's the first one. That's the second one.
There's Olivier with another rebound. We got 11 already in the game.
We got to get Weaver and Trey Lee and Meredith back involved with the shooting this ball. They're letting.
But you got to give the Saxons credit. Their defense is definitely better now than it was in the first half.
Yep. That elbow, they're letting him get away with it.
Stepped out of bounds is Evans, and another turnover.
That man has called that ball out of bounds every time you go underneath down there.
That's 3 turnovers for the Bruins here in the third quarter.
Still a 10-point game, folks, at 2:02.
Gone about, 4 minutes now without a basket?
Yep.
Down under 2 minutes.
Bethel has only scored 2 points in this half. This quarter, I mean. Still
this half. You know? Baker, who has scored 7, and he's actually walking.
Thank you.
Finally got called for it.
How many steps does he get?
Coach Travis Hess over there clapping his hands, trying to keep his kids motivated here. And
they've closed it down. I can't blame him. He's done a good job here. They're coming out in a man on Bethel. Now let's just see what Bethel does with it. They look like they're coming out in a man. No,
they're in the zone.
They're dropping back in the zone now.
Looks like they're in a 2-3. Well, no, they're not either. They are doing a matchup zone. Because Davenport's moving across and he's covering somebody.
Traveling again. I'm gonna tell you, John Tell's having a little trouble with the ball. He's not finishing right now. He's draw it and take a shot, John Tell, or dish it off.
2 trips in a row down the court now. The Bruins have turned the ball over on either traveling or going out of bounds.
Yeah.
A minute 24 to go in the third. Bruins 33. The Saxons 23.
We've said that a few times now.
What, 33-23?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got 2 points this quarter.
There's Baker. That one, look at that. He turned right around and Baker gave it right back to him.
Everybody took off.
Barrett Hunter on the basket. That's the first time the game's been under 10 points in a long time. It's now a 8-point Bruin lead.
That's a terrible pass in there from Trey. From Bill Weaver, I'm sorry. Man wasn't in position to get the ball.
No turnover. They keep possession of the ball.
Baycoat's open. He could just take it right over the screen. Oh, and set a screen for that man. There you go. All day long.
That with Trey Lee gets the basket.
Just draw up and shoot that shot all day long.
They've only got 4 points in the second half as the Bruins. Back to 10 points again, 35-25. Down to 30 seconds to go. Baker driving and ball is stolen. Good job. Here's Baycoat. Underneath to Olivier, back out to Jontel Evans, and he brings the ball back out to midcourt.
Hope he knows the time.
Looking for the last shot of the half, down to 10. Oh, come on. The guy cut across in front of him. How can he call that a charge?
Well, I just watched him do it, and the guy outside called it, not the man underneath.
Now let's look at it. What he's sliding over into his position.
Yep, he was already in the air when he made that call.
Davenport off the front of the rim, no good. The Bruins hang on to a 10-point lead after the end of 3, 35-25.
Well, they've cut it down. Going into the fourth quarter with a 10-point lead. Bethel cleared to pay at a different pace that time. And, of course, that has to do a lot with what Langley did. They came out and were able to run some set plays, run some screens and some picks. And,
well, the work that Coach Hess did with the team right here in front of us when they came back out to warm up obviously has worked so far.
Well, they were able to match up a little better. Meredith set out the last 2-3 minutes. I think he got a little hurt. And John Tell took over at the point. John Tell had a couple of turnovers, but he was able to penetrate to the basket, got himself in too deep a couple of times, and he was called out of bounds one time. And that last call of the charge, the official outside called it.
Weaver had 18 points in the first half, and at the end of 3, he still has 18
points. That's what I'm saying. He didn't touch it. Trey Lee didn't hardly touch it. Olivier hadn't touched the ball. So these guys will do a lot with distribution and how it's set up. I thought they had the ball at the start of the second half. Oh, yeah. Susan, you got to be feeling good up there, girl.
Got to be nice and warm up there on top of them stands.
That's a nice sauna up there. I know you and Nathaniel will be having a wonderful time up there. We'll send up the water
so
to in a little bit.
To start the fourth quarter of play, Langley will have possession. Possession arrow now goes over to Bruins. A nice play right there by number 20, Baker. And Baker has been everything in the second half.
Yep. He's done
That's
it all.
9 points now in the second half. Gives them 14 on the game. He's the only player for the Saxons in double figures.
They're just packing it back inside.
Back down to 8 points, 35-27. And the Bruins only scored 2 baskets there in the third quarter. 4 points is not much, and here we go with another turnover.
This is not good. Weaver just tossed it in the backcourt while a man was going away from him. And I'm not saying a rattle, but
Coach Brion's got to be concerned right now.
this is not the focus he wanted on this team.
It doesn't look like in the second half that they're meshing at all. The chemistry just doesn't seem to be working. Whatever the Saxons did at halftime has really turned this game around. Oh, nice play by Meredith to intercept that pass. Get the ball back to Meredith. Let's get it set up. Here we go.
Yeah, but they were in the wrong gym or something at halftime. They're just running weaves. Man.
Nobody under the basket to get the rebound either.
Nobody was there. Down to an 8-point game. We'll run these back cuts. You see they're setting 3 men across the foul line. There's a back cut started. It's checked.
Here's Baker for a three. It's off the mark.
Yeah, didn't get a whole lot of iron on that one. Bethel's just not pushing the ball. They're playing at the tempo right now. There's your shot right there.
And Evans just threw the ball away again. Here goes Baker wide open under the basket, puts it in the hole.
Cut it to 6.
Was there a foul called?
No. Timeout, I think.
Oh, timeout by Bethel? No, actually by the Saxons. So with 5:57 to go here, they've cut the lead down to 6 now, 35-29.
Bethel is completely disoriented. They've thrown the ball away about 6-7 times down there. I don't know whether they're anticipating or what they're doing, but I mean, they're just too relaxed.
They've had 7 turnovers in the second half already.
And they're not putting the ball inside of him. Watch this turn. Here's the sequence.
Now that wasn't Evans' fault. Meredith just didn't get the ball.
Took his eye off the ball. Yep. Well, Bethel has scored in the second half.
4 points.
4 points in the second half, folks.
We're a little over
quarter.
2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Bruins still have not scored, and offensively, the Bruins look like an entirely different team than what they did in the first half.
They're not getting the ball inside at all. They're not getting the ball down low at all.
Olivier has not been a factor at all in the second half. Weaver, who had 18 points in the first half, I don't believe he's hardly touched the ball here in the second half.
He's holding him right there. 20's got his jersey.
Weaver out to Trey Lee. Evans with an outside shot.
He hasn't hit a shot yet.
Olivier.
He has not hit a shot yet.
Actually, that ball I thought should have gone over to Langley. I thought it went off the hands of Trey Lee, but
I thought so too.
Bruins keep possession of the ball. And here's a play where Weaver should have spun around and gone right into the hole and trying to draw that fourth foul on Baker. That's one of the things that they haven't been able to do here in the second half is get that foul. Here's Olivier on a nice move and a basket.
Took it
That's
right
what they've got to do, folks. Get the ball underneath to Olivier and let him take over.
And that's the first time, I think, in about 6 minutes they got the ball down low. Puts the move, gets a man up in the air. Goes underneath him. Great shot.
Fouls on number 33, Malik.
That's
his third.
Great camera work, guys.
Olivier to shoot a free throw here for the three-pointer, and it rolls in.
All around good shot, folks. So back to a 9-point game. Let's see if Bethel can put a little pressure on here.
Again, Olivier was a turning point about this time in the last game on a close game, and there's Baker again. There's Olivier crashing the boards, getting the rebound. And he's got about 13 rebounds now in the game.
He just went above 3 players and just took it away.
He's had 5 in the second half. He had 8 in the first half. I'm keeping record of Olivier's rebounds here. Evans to Meredith, trying to work the ball inside, and Baker for the Langley is stopping that from happening. Baker's been pretty aggressive for the Saxons. There's Olivier underneath with the ball. spin around. And why is he calling walking when he's dribbling the ball?
How do you walk when you dribble? I don't know.
Another turnover.
You can turn around as long as you don't move that pivot foot. I mean, it's amazing. 33's been making that move all afternoon down low.
38-29, 9-point Bruin lead.
Dontel with a rebound, and he's taken off up court.
3-on-2, and he pulls out of it. Meredith. Into the corner to Weaver, back to Meredith, over to Evans, and he didn't take the shot.
Not hot right now, and good thinking. He's missed
Weaver.
a couple.
Meredith again back to the center court area.
Somebody needs to roll up top. You're going to have a 5-second count here. They're backing off for John Tell right now.
In order for that to change, though, he's going to have to get hot. That's short. You can see that right there. Meredith on the rebound.
Oh,
all they're doing now is running off clock, folks.
This is going to be the lowest scoring game Bethel's had in a while.
Hey, he's not close enough for him to be making a count. He's still not. Now he is. The referee was actually counting the 5 seconds.
6 feet away. He's 6 feet away, and he's making a 5-second count.
Going to probably see a whole lot of fouls here because right now Bethel is going to take a timeout because right now the Saxons only have 14 fouls and they got to get 3 more to be able to put Bethel on the line to try to keep the clock from running on them. 38-29, 9-point lead by the Bruins.
I'm like you. I'm amazed at one thing. You have one official here that starts counting 5. It's a great distance between the players.
What is the distance? The distance between the center court orange line and that's actually the volleyball mid-court line. That's got to be 10 foot at least.
Well, 6-8 feet anyway, but you've got to be within how many feet? 3?
3. You got to be within reaching distance.
Reach distance, check a man.
To check a man. And this guy's over here counting. I mean, you hate to harp on the same thing, but that was so obvious. I just don't understand that. 2 timeouts now for the Saxons.
There we go, folks. Last 3:25 of the fourth quarter. Bethel with a 9-point lead and the ball. Langley in a little bit of a situation. They're going to have to commit some fouls. They cannot let Bethel continue to eat time off the clock. And so Langley's come out to contest the inbound play. Ball over to John Tell Evans, the 2 guard. 30's trying to pick him up.
There's the ball into.
Look at him pushing. Thank you. How long does it take?
Fouls on Hunter.
For 12.
The Bruins will bring it in again over here on the near side court.
I thought he was going to hand Evans his car keys out of his pocket. And he went. County. Now look at that elbow. Thank you.
Well, that's exactly. The coaches told him to do this. There's no doubt about that.
Got to get him to the line.
Hunter came in here a little while ago with no fouls in the game. Now he's picked up too quick. But the next foul, the Bruins will go to the line. We're down to 3:08.
Going 1-1, yep.
Well, that's about as intentional as you could get wrapping his hands around him like that. But that's going to put Olivier on the line. That's what they're going to do. Bethel's going to have to win this game from the free throw line at this point because they're not going to give them the opportunity.
And where we are is we haven't hit front ends of 1-1. Olivier's a perfect guy to put on the line because it takes rebounding away from the lanes. He's got to hit that first one, which he doesn't. And that's going to be big down the line. We've got to see how long Bethel can make Langley take the score.
Under 3 minutes to go here in the game. Still a 9-point Bruin lead.
Look at that elbow. Look at that elbow. My Lord. What is this official over here looking at? I mean, he is flat putting the elbow into the defender and shoving him back. See this again. Watch this again. Watch this left elbow.
Evans
the right
picks
elbow.
up his
Watch this
second
right elbow.
foul.
Watch this right elbow. Boom. He's hooking him. He's hooking him. Here it comes again. Right into his chest.
Davenport will go to the line to shoot the 3-point play. Off the rim, and there's Meredith.
Meredith's got the rebound. 2:43 to go, 7-point game.
Keep an eye underneath the basket, see if they do an intentional foul on Olivier again. Guys holding. There's a foul on a reach in. It looks like Evans will go to the line now.
Well, this is where it's going to happen.
Thomas Cody, number 34, on the foul. As the Saxons now are going to do offensive, defensive
yep, that's what they're doing.
substitutions.
Keep people fresh, and number 20 has been their big offense in the second half.
Jontel Evans in to shoot 1-on-1. 1 for 3 on the game.
Need the front end, guys. Oh. Evans with a rebound.
And gets fouled again.
Thought he was going for the jump ball. He called it for a foul.
It's going to be on Hunter. That's 4 on him.
Well, the difference is going to be that this 7-point game is on the next foul. It's going to be automatic, too. Bethel hasn't hit the front end of a 1-and-1 down the stretch here yet.
0 for 2 in a row now for shooting
Evans.
1-and-1s.
Yeah. Well, 3, because Olivier had one a minute ago.
In and out.
Very well.
And I told you earlier they're going to have to shoot the free throws to win this game, and right now that's holding true.
Nice shot.
Baker again, who has done everything here for the Saxons, and that's Baker on the foul. And I think that's going to, is that 4 or 5?
They're telling me, they're saying 4.
Fourth foul.
Well, we go back for the 4th time to the front of a 1-on-1. It's down to a 5-point game, folks.
And this time it's Bill Weaver. He's shooting 2, and that one bounces off
Finally
the front.
goes in. All right.
He's the only one so far really that's done anything for you. That's his first point in the second half, by the way. He
Well,
is
they've shut him down.
5 for 5 at the line. Let's see if he can make this one. That one's hard. Olivier swats it, and there's Weaver on the rebound. That'll hurt. 34 is going to get called. That's Cody. Should be his 3rd, and all in the last 3 minutes of the
I got to tell
game.
you, you're talking about heart. Weaver's just playing every part of the game. They haven't been able to get the ball to him on offense in the second half, and he's still in there battling for the rebounds. If it's a loose ball, you're going to see him in the air or on the floor for it.
Weaver will shoot 2 now.
Hits the first one. Takes it back to a 7-point game.
This is what we had to do. We had to make the free throws in order to do this.
Yep.
Because this is an entirely different looking team in the second half than they had in the first half.
Believable.
This is that one. There's Weaver chasing after the ball. 7-point
he should have
Bruin
come
lead.
up right up behind it and took that ball away from him. He wasn't even thinking about it. He should have come right up behind him and smacked that ball. Look at the elbows.
Baker, this is the guy that's really done the job. Oh, he just throws that up and makes it.
Calls timeout.
That's 15 points for Baker in the second half.
And it's a 5-point game, folks.
That gives him 20 for the game.
Watch his shot. He just turns him and lets it go. He gets stopped. Bumps him up in the air.
Should have went into him for the trying to draw the foul, but he actually just went around him. Got the shot and the basket. Cuts it to 5, 40-35. And Bethel has only scored 9 points in the second half, folks.
Well, if you noticed, on paper, these teams both have the same colors. Exactly the same colors.
Green and gold.
Oh, totally different. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Minute and 38 to go. The Bruins will have
Official
the ball.
coming over talking to us and saying the same thing we are. It's entirely 2 different teams in the second half than in the first half.
Bruins are going to have to hold on here. There's Weaver and a foul again. This time it's on number 21, Danny Pritchett, who enters the game for the first time. That's going to send the Bruins number 34, Bill Weaver, again to the line. And right now, here in the second half, he is 2 for 4.
Now,
He will shoot 2.
this is important, like we talked about for the last 5 minutes. This is where Bethel's got to make it happen. Right here, they got to at least get one every time.
And Weaver just continues to add to his
Here
points.
comes the offense back on the floor.
He has 21. He and Derek Baker for the...
Again, we got player of the game to do tonight, too, with 1 minute and 30 seconds, sponsored by Tidewater Team Sports. And that's David Chubb and Terry McNamara. They've been supplying the jerseys and
That
supporting
one's
us
way
well.
short. Rebound by the Bruins. And he is fouled. And that's going to put Trey Lee at the line to shoot 2.
Dewey calls it on. 3-0. Okay. That's on their number one player.
Davenport.
That's their number one player. It's just... Say Tidewater Team Sports has been helping us for years, supplying these jerseys with player of the game.
Trey Lee goes to the line for the first time. He'll shoot 2. I think it's pretty obvious who our player of the game is. Are we going to pick 1 or 2?
We're going to go with 2.
Offensive here and defense, my opinion. My defense is there.
I don't think there's any discussion where we are again. Yep.
That one goes off the boards. Weaver tried to put a hand on him. Ooh, that was close to being a walk.
Yep. Didn't seem to matter. 1:26 to go. It's a 7-point game. One is their shooter.
There's Baker again. This time it's off the back, and there is Olivier again. 15 rebounds here. There's a nice play underneath.
That just sealed it right there.
By Weaver.
That just sealed it right there. 9 points with 1 minute to go.
Oh, and that ball was blocked. Again blocked. And he came in out of bounds to get it.
He called it. He came in from out of bounds.
Excellent. Okay, let's go ahead. Player of the game's obviously offensive.
Here's a replay. Watch this.
The nail in the coffin.
Play of the game. Here it is, right here.
And he is the player of the game offensively for the Bethel Bruins, Bill Weaver. 23 points on the game. And we're going to give a second one, and I think this is more of a defensive.
And rebound. He's taken up when Bethel's needed a rebound. Olivier.
16 rebounds on the night for Olivier, and he hasn't done a lot of scoring. He does have 9 points. But our player of the game tonight, Bill Weaver, offensively, 23 points, and Olivier with 9 points and a whole slew of rebounds.
This is icing now. 55.9 to go, back to a 10-point game. And I got to say, right now, good job, Coach Langley. You changed this game around completely. And you came out and played a lot of man zone, matchup zone, whatever you want to call it. But you were able to shut Bethel down.
Well, let's be honest, this was a blowout in the first half, and then all of a sudden it was just an altogether different game. And their score is number 12. Hunter, that's his 4th point. Looks like that one's going to be called against 2. Is
number
that
12. Meredith's going to the line. Is he calling a timeout? No.
Goes against 20. Yeah, that's 5 for him. He's gone. So Derek Baker leaves the game with 20 points. He'll end up the game with 20 points on the night.
This is one of the lower scored games in the playoffs. I think Bethel had a game that was 44, 43 or something early in the season. But it's just Langley turned it around. And Bethel finally caught on a little bit here the last 3 minutes, 2 minutes.
What was it, 31-18 at the half?
Yeah. 31-13.
31-13, that's right. Meredith at the line to shoot 2.
It's a
first one.
Back up to a 9-point lead.
They had to make the free throws to win this game, and that's what they've done.
And there for a minute. I don't want to be in that. You got Braxton hiding up there in the bleachers somewhere. We just missed a picture of him. He's lost about 4 pounds standing up there behind that camera.
5 points for Meredith on a good night.
41 seconds to go again on March 9th, 7 o'clock. March 10th, 7 o'clock. March 12th, 7:30. March 14th, 7:30. And March 15th, 7:30. This game will be replayed. Bethel will play. Here he is, there's our man up there. He's almost asleep. Is he asleep up there? No, he's waving. He's paying attention. Everybody, all his fans right there. We'll send Olivier to the line now. Still trying
Alec will get the foul, and I believe that'll be his 4th. Number 33. Olivier will go to the line to shoot two, try to extend this lead from 10 to 12.
Yeah, some Bethel fans maybe a little bit more relaxed now. 33 seconds to go. But I'm going to
Bethel
tell you,
Bruins will advance to the state semifinals.
on Tuesday night. Well, let me just say this. Bethel went through a little spurt that I will make you a bet that they're going to be in the gym the rest of this week, running hard and shooting free throws. Coach Breon is going to be on top of that, you can guarantee.
A lot of free throws here in the second half. Still a 10-point lead. That one bounces out.
Number 30, Davenport, the main man. He's just pushed right into it.
Yeah, how can you stand there and look at a gentleman who is running down the court and reaches out and grabs the guy's jersey?
By both shirts, by the shirt on both sides.
I guess the referees are saying it doesn't matter at this point, and they're not going to call it. 10-point lead, 20 seconds to go. Going to the line will be number 34, Bill Weaver.
Well, again, our players of the game, Bill Weaver.
And Mabaya Olivier.
Yes, sir. And
Weaver continues as he adds to the point total. 24 on the night, looking for
there
point
goes
number
Meredith
25.
and Olivier. They're being replaced. Getting some substitutions into the game. 22.
Who I do not have.
I do not have. Must be a JV player that came up. Change some numbers on. I'm going to have to check all these numbers here this week.
Second one. 11-point Bruin lead as the clock gets down to 13 seconds. Well, that's not even an NBA shot there, folks. That ball was so far outside it was darn near. Oh, man. Took away an obvious.
Yep.
Yeah,
44.
It's funny. Look,
That's
44 is on the court, and we don't have him either. So we're going to have to get
update our list here, our roster. It's very obvious.
Here comes some more. 32 we do not have coming into the lineup.
JV team is coming on the floor.
Jesse Walters, number 33. We apologize for the fact that we don't have these young men's names, folks. I believe number 22 is Jeffries. I'm not sure.
I can go on my book and see what I got down there. But I got 20 seconds to go. Got pretty much the same thing you have in my book, I'm sure.
Evans makes the free throw, and he should be shooting one more, folks, and that's what the referees are saying. 12-point lead, and making the free throws down the stretch is what they had to do.
Missing anybody?
Here you are. You're missing almost all the ones we have
all
on the
the ones
court.
I thought I might have them in my book, but I don't have them in my book either.
Shoots and makes the second one.
I will get them.
So we're down to 2. 1. Shots up, and it is no good. Final score here at Churchland. The Bethel Bruins 49 and the Langley Saxons 37. So the Bruins will advance to the state semifinal, Final Four. Tuesday night to be playing an unknown opponent at this point because they haven't even started playing yet.
Interesting point. Bethel scored 18 points in the second half.
18 points in the second. They didn't score many in the second and the third quarter. What, 4?
Yeah, 4 points in the third quarter.
And the majority of the points in the fourth quarter to maintain this lead was at the free throw line, we thought. Give Langley credit the second half. They came out and played a different game.
Played a different game, and
they made it a game.
Both thought it was going to be okay. Second half, it's like the first. It's going to be a 30-point game. But Langley had a different attitude, and I'm sure Coach Breon's going to take a look at this tape and analyze what happened, whether it was his team getting lazy or the other team just did something completely different to shut him down. But it was a great win for Bethel. They go to 29-1, and like you said, they go to the quarterfinals.
They go to the semifinals. They're in the Final Four now.
They win Tuesday, they play Friday.
How about this? We have 2 Peninsula District teams in the Final Four.
Yeah, a few people didn't get to see it. Heritage won handily here tonight by 40 points over their team Woodson from up north.
Yeah, they beat them. It wasn't even a close game. It was pretty much a blowout from the start. The team they played, Woodson, they only had like 4 points in the first quarter, too. So
Well, you going to wrap it up here?
We'll wrap it up here at Churchland High School. The final score here, the Bethel Bruins 50 and the Langley Saxons 37. Mike Hauser along with Brent Musgrove from Churchland High School. Thank you all, and we will see you later.